Welcome, traveller. Tonight there is nowhere you need to be, nothing you need to solve, nothing you need to carry. For the next little while, simply allow yourself to wander, allow your shoulders to relax, allow your breathing to slow, and imagine, just beyond the edge of the ordinary world, there is a forest that only appears beneath the light of a full moon, the Moonlit Forest, a place where the trees glow softly with silver light, where the air is cool and fresh, and where every breeze carries the faint scent of pine, wildflowers, and distant rain. Imagine yourself standing at the edge of that forest now. The night is peaceful. Above you, countless stars shimmer like tiny lanterns scattered across a velvet sky. The moon hangs high overhead, bathing everything in gentle silver light. You can hear the soft rustle of leaves dancing in the treetops, the distant song of a sleepy owl, and somewhere nearby the quiet murmur of water flowing over smooth stones. The forest is alive, yet calm. Every sound feels gentle, every shadow feels welcoming. And as you take your first slow step onto the winding path, you notice a warm glow waiting ahead. A lantern. Its golden light flickers softly among the silver trees. Beside it sits a young lantern child named Lyra. Her cloak is the colour of twilight. Tiny silver threads sparkle within the fabric whenever the moonlight touches it. Resting beside her is Nyra, a beautiful white fox whose fur glows faintly beneath the stars. Nyra lifts her head as you approach. Her bright blue eyes reflect the moonlight like polished crystals. For a moment she simply watches. Then, as though she has known you forever, she curls her tail around her paws and settles comfortably beside the lantern once more. The lantern's glow feels warm against the cool night air. Not hot, just enough to make you feel safe, as though the light itself is welcoming you into the forest. A gentle breeze drifts past. You catch the sweet scent of moonflowers blooming somewhere deeper among the trees. Their fragrance is soft and delicate, almost like honey mixed with fresh spring air. You breathe it in slowly, and with every breath the worries of the day begin to feel a little farther away, a little lighter, a little less important. For tonight, there is only the forest, only the moonlight, only the gentle glow of the lantern, and somewhere high above the treetops, a tiny star is about to begin a journey home. For a few quiet moments, nothing stirs. The forest seems to hold its breath beneath the silver glow of the moon. The leaves sway gently overhead. A cool breeze drifts between the trees, carrying with it the sweet fragrance of moonflowers and the earthy scent of moss warmed by the day's fading sunlight. Lyra sits peacefully beside her lantern, watching the tiny lights of fireflies dance among the shadows. Each one moves slowly, like a floating ember carried by an invisible current. Nyra rests nearby, her silver-white fur rising and falling with each calm breath. Then, something catches Lyra's eye, a faint golden shimmer, not far from where she sits. At first it appears no different than the fireflies drifting through the forest. But this light does not move. It remains still among a patch of pale blue moonflowers. Curious, Lyra rises and walks quietly toward it. The soft grass cushions each step beneath her feet. Tiny drops of dew sparkle like crystals upon the blades. As she kneels beside the flowers, she discovers something extraordinary. Nestled among the petals rests a tiny star, no larger than a small bird. Its golden light flickers softly like the final glow of a candle before sleep. Lyra has heard stories of wandering stars, ancient tales told by the lantern children for generations, stories of stars that occasionally drift too close to the world below. But she has never seen one herself, not until tonight. The little star trembles gently. Its light grows dim for a moment, then brightens again, as though trying very hard not to fade. Carefully, Lyra extends her hands. The tiny star rises into her palms. It feels surprisingly warm. Not hot, just warm enough to feel comforting against the cool night air, almost like holding a small piece of sunlight. For a moment, neither of them moves. The forest remains quiet around them. The distant stream continues its gentle song. The trees whisper softly in the breeze, and above them, countless stars shimmer across the night sky. Yet this tiny star remains below, far from home, far from the place where it belongs. The little star flickers once more, and though it speaks no words, Lyra somehow understands. It is lost. Nyra slowly approaches. The white fox lowers her nose and gently nudges the star. The star brightens, ever so slightly, as though comforted by the simple act of kindness. Lyra smiles. Then she carefully opens the small lantern she carries. Inside dances a captured moonbeam. Soft silver light swirls gently within the glass. The little star floats inside. Immediately its trembling begins to ease. The moonlight seems to calm it, to reassure it, to remind it that it is not alone. For several peaceful moments, the three companions remain there together. The lantern glows softly. The moon watches from above. And somewhere deep within the moonlit forest, a journey quietly begins. Lyra gently closes the lantern. Inside, the tiny star rests peacefully among the silver glow of the moonbeam. Its light is still faint, but no longer frightened, no longer alone. For a little while, Lyra simply watches the lantern. The warm golden light of the star mingles with the cool silver light of the moonbeam, creating soft patterns that dance across the glass. It reminds her of sunlight reflecting upon water, gentle, calm, beautiful. Above the forest, the moon continues its slow journey across the sky, and somewhere beyond the treetops, the star's distant home waits patiently. Lyra knows there is no need to hurry. The moonlit forest has its own pace, a quiet rhythm that cannot be rushed. So she begins walking. Nyra follows closely beside her. Together they wander along a winding path known only to the lantern children. The trail curves gently between ancient trees whose silver leaves shimmer whenever touched by moonlight. The air feels cool against Lyra's cheeks, fresh and clean. With every breath she can smell pine needles, soft earth, and the delicate sweetness of blooming moonflowers hidden among the roots. The forest floor glows faintly beneath her feet. Tiny blue mushrooms peek out from beneath fallen logs. Their soft light flickers gently, like miniature lanterns guiding travelers through the night. As they continue, the distant sound of running water grows clearer. Soon they arrive beside a crystal stream. The water moves slowly over smooth stones polished by countless years. Moonlight dances across its surface. Silver ripples drift downstream like liquid starlight. Lyra kneels beside the water. For a moment she watches her reflection. Beside her, Nyra lowers her head and takes a quiet drink. The stream is so clear that every pebble beneath the water can be seen. Tiny silver fish glide lazily through the current. The sound of the water is soothing, steady, peaceful, as though the stream is softly singing an ancient lullaby known only to the forest. The lantern glows warmly beside her. Inside, the little star brightens slightly. Its golden light reflects upon the water. For the first time that evening it seems content, not because it has reached home, but because it has found companions for the journey. A gentle breeze moves through the trees. The leaves whisper overhead. Somewhere in the distance, a sleepy owl calls softly into the night. The sound echoes through the forest before fading once more into silence. Lyra smiles. There is something comforting about knowing that every creature, every tree, every stream belongs exactly where it should, even the little star. And though it has wandered far from the heavens, she knows its path home is already beginning to unfold. Together, Lyra, Nyra, and the tiny star continue along the moonlit trail. The lantern sways gently with each step. The forest grows quieter. The night grows deeper. And above them, the stars shine patiently, waiting for one of their own to return. As the night continues, the forest begins to grow quieter still. The gentle murmur of the stream fades behind them. The whispering leaves settle into a softer rhythm. Even the fireflies seem to drift more slowly through the darkness. Before long, Lyra and Nyra arrive at a familiar place, a small hill rising above the treetops. The lantern children call it Starwatch Hill. It is one of the highest places in the moonlit forest. From here, the sky feels closer, the stars shine brighter, and the moonlight seems to touch everything with silver and gold. Lyra walks to the very top of the hill and settles into the soft grass. The earth still holds a little warmth from the day. The breeze is gentle here, cool enough to feel refreshing, soft enough to feel comforting. Nyra curls beside her, wrapping her silver tail around her paws. The fox gazes quietly toward the sky, waiting, watching. The lantern rests between them, its glow steady and warm. Inside, the little star shines brighter now than when they first found it among the moonflowers. The fear that once flickered within its light has faded. In its place is a calm, golden radiance, the kind of light that comes from feeling safe, the kind of light that comes from knowing you are no longer alone. For a while, none of them move. There is no need. The night is beautiful exactly as it is. Above them stretches an endless sea of stars. Some shimmer brightly, others glow softly in the distance. Together they form patterns and pathways that have guided dreamers for countless generations. The little star seems to recognize them. Its golden light pulses gently, almost like a heartbeat. Then, very slowly, something wonderful begins to happen. The lantern grows lighter. The tiny star rises a little higher within the silver moonbeam, then higher still. Lyra carefully opens the lantern door. At once, the little star drifts upward, not quickly, not suddenly, but gracefully, like a feather carried by a warm breeze. The star rises above the lantern, above the hill, above the silver trees. Its golden light grows brighter with every passing moment. Below, the moonlit forest watches in peaceful silence. The streams continue their quiet songs. The leaves continue their gentle dance, and high above them all, the little star climbs toward its home. Soon it reaches the sky, a place among its countless brothers and sisters. For a moment, it shines brighter than any star around it, a warm golden glow spreading across the heavens. Then, just before settling into its place among the constellations, it sends one final beam of light toward the forest below, toward Lyra, toward Nyra. A silent thank you, a farewell, and a promise that no matter how far one may wander, there is always a way home. The golden beam slowly fades. The night becomes still once more, and above the moonlit forest, a tiny star shines peacefully among the others, exactly where it belongs. For a long while, Lyra and Nyra remain upon Starwatch Hill. Neither speaks, neither moves. There is no need. The little star has found its place among the heavens once again, and all is well. The night air feels cool and comforting against their skin and fur. The scent of moonflowers drifts softly through the breeze. Somewhere below, hidden among the silver trees, the crystal stream continues its endless lullaby. Its gentle melody rises and falls like a quiet breath, the kind of sound one could listen to for hours. Above them, the stars shimmer peacefully, thousands upon thousands of tiny lights scattered across the sky, each one glowing softly, each one carrying its own story. Yet tonight the sky feels a little brighter, as though welcoming home a long-lost friend. Lyra closes her eyes for a moment. She listens to the leaves, to the wind, to the distant stream, to the peaceful silence that exists between every sound. The forest is resting now. The mushrooms beneath the trees glow a little softer. The fireflies drift a little slower. Even the breeze seems content to wander quietly among the branches. Beside her, Nyra lets out a gentle sigh and curls closer to the lantern. Its silver moonlight glows warmly against her snowy fur. The lantern itself shines peacefully, steady, calm, a faithful light in the darkness, the kind of light that asks for nothing, the kind of light that simply stays. Lyra smiles. Then she rises slowly from the hill. Together, she and Nyra begin the journey home. The path winds gently through the forest. Silver leaves sway overhead. Moonlight dances across the trail. The lantern swings softly at her side. Back and forth, like a quiet pendulum keeping time with the sleeping world. There is nowhere to rush, no reason to hurry, only the peaceful rhythm of the forest, only the comfort of the path beneath their feet. And as they walk, the moonlit forest seems to grow even quieter, even softer, as though the entire world is settling into a peaceful dream. Perhaps you can feel it too. The cool night air, the gentle breeze, the warmth of the lantern, the calm of knowing that everything is exactly as it should be. The lost star is home, the forest is at peace, and tonight you are safe. Very slowly, Lyra and Nyra disappear among the silver trees. The lantern becomes a small golden light in the distance, then smaller still, until at last it becomes only a tiny glow beneath the moonlight. And finally, even that light fades gently from view, leaving only the stars, the breeze, the quiet song of the forest, and the peaceful promise that tomorrow another gentle adventure will be waiting beneath the moonlit sky. But for now, the forest sleeps, the stars shine, and it is time to rest. Good night, traveller, and may your dreams be filled with moonlight, wonder, and the soft glow of distant lanterns.